Good evening, guys, and happy Saturday to all of your sunshiny faces. So I know I told you guys in yesterday's vlog that I would have my normally Sunday grocery shopping hauls for you guys on Saturday. However, that is not the case because both of my parents are actually working today during the day. Normally my mom works night shifts on Saturday nights, but she ended up switching shifts for today. So she was working from 10 until 6, I think, and my dad worked as normal. I think he leaves the house at I don't even know what time, but normally, because he is working at least an hour plus away and he tries to beat traffic and everything like that, sometimes he's actually working in the city and sometimes he's working outside. Sometimes he can be working wherever, but today they had a special project thing that they could only do while I don't know, the business wasn't open or whatever, which is on Saturday, so they had to work on Saturday. So my dad ended up going there today to work, and he was home I think around 2, maybe 3 o'clock, something like that. And then like I said, my mom got home about 6 o'clock, and so me and Jack ended up making dinner for tonight. We made mac and cheese, which was on my meal plan for this week anyway. And then we're gonna do brats tomorrow, and I think, but honestly guys, I'm thinking about that now and I'm kind of I don't know if I want to do that or not, only because it's cold outside. It actually was snowing today. And so it's funny because Jack has been making all of these sort of he doesn't want to start listening to Christmas music yet, and or watching Christmas movies or anything like that. He's like, I still feel like it's kind of too early. But if this happens, or if that happens, or so his first thing was, when the first Christmas commercials come on TV, then I'll start listening to Christmas music. And then I was like, well, there's already Christmas commercials on TV. I pointed out a couple of them that we've already seen, and he's like, okay, then the first time it snows, that's when I'll start listening to Christmas music. And then I pointed that out too. I was like, well, it actually technically already snowed back in October. And then he was he just keeps coming up with all these different reasons when he'll start listening to Christmas music and start getting into the holiday spirit and stuff like that, because he doesn't want to push it it's too early still, but at the same time he is trying to figure out any reasons to sort of be oh yeah, well, I'm gonna start listening to it, or oh, I'm gonna start watching Christmas movies, or whatever. So I told you guys, we're not one of those people that oh, as soon as Halloween's over, Christmas music goes on and we start watching Christmas movies and put up our lights and everything like that. We're not those kind of people. We normally wait until at least after Thanksgiving. However, like I was saying, Jack is all, for some reason, just super in the Christmas spirit all of a sudden, super early this year, and so he just keeps coming up with, like I said, all of these reasons why and when he's gonna start listening to Christmas music. So it was I don't remember what day it was actually on, if it was Thursday or Wednesday or something like that. It was a beautiful 75 degrees outside, guys, and it was when we went to Meijer, so it was on Thursday. Like I said, beautiful outside. I was actually hot wearing a long sleeve shirt. I wore jeans and a long sleeve shirt, and I wore gym shoes. And I was actually hot walking from the car to Meijer. It was, like I said, it was hot outside. Considering how late into the season sort of it was. I was not expecting that kind of weather. So, and this was also too, the sun was starting to go down too by this point in the day as well. So it was still hot outside. So that was the very last burst of hot weather that we ended up getting. Friday and today were 30 degrees. Like I said, it was snowing out today. Again, the dramatic change from Thursday to snow. Like I said, hot, pretty much t-shirt weather, because again, I was in a long sleeve. I probably could have been wearing short sleeves and been completely comfortable. Short sleeves compared to snow. That's the whole difference, guys. It is literally 1 day difference that, again, we ended up turning into that. And it was as cold today though as it was yesterday. It was just, it snowed today and it didn't snow yesterday, but it was very light, just sort of little flurries sort of. Apparently though, my parents said it looked like the roof of our neighbor's car, because Jack was my dad, again, because Jack keeps saying all this stuff about, oh, well, when it snows, then I'll start listening to Christmas music and stuff like that. And so they basically, you know, like my dad was like, oh, it's snowing outside, and Jack's like, it's not real snow, it's just kind of like, it looks like rain outside. Like it wasn't like big, like, you know, sort of like flakes of snow or anything like that. It was just sort of like, it almost looked like rain. So then it was funny because my mom was driving home from work and she was like, oh, it's snowing outside, and Jack's like, no, it's not really snowing. Like, you know, he kept looking out the window, he's like, that's not real snow. Then finally, like, you know, it was a little time later and my parents are like, Jack, like, it is snowing. And he's like, you guys keep saying that, but he's like, it just, you know, it might be snowing, but it doesn't really look like that, you know, it's sort of just like rain outside. And then my dad's like, look at the neighbor's car, like, and you could see there's like a light little, like I said, like sort of powdery snow look on the neighbor's car. And then Jack's like, okay, but still, it's not really snow. So like, I think once it like actually snows, like covers the ground, that's when Jack's like convinced like it's officially like the winter season. And then it's sort of okay to like, you know, start listening to Christmas music. But again too, when it's still 75 degrees out here, and like I said, for us who get cold Christmas winters, you know, we don't live in a, you know, tropical or warm climate really. You know, like I said, here for us, when it's still 75 degrees out, that is, it doesn't matter if it is a day before Christmas, that's still not like it's still not Christmas weather. And so to put on Christmas music and, you know, be getting into the festive, you know, holiday spirit and stuff like that, it's just not, like I said, it's not time for that. And so I think that was sort of where Jack was too. And so he's like, well, I'll rationalize it by, you know, when it finally is warm outside or cold outside and not so hot anymore, and, you know, it finally starts snowing, that's when I'll start to be convinced that, you know, we're in the holiday time, you know, spirit sort of time and everything like that. So again, it officially snowed today, guys, which is crazy, but I managed to again get to some things today too. I did dishes. I'm actually very much caught up on dishes too, because I washed all the stuff from dinner tonight as well. And like I said too, we're gonna do possibly brats tomorrow. I have to sort of decide on that. And then we're gonna watch the Seahawks football game that's supposed to be on. They're doing the Germany game, which is going to be tomorrow, like in the morning. So that's why I told you guys I wanted to go to the grocery stores today, but since both my parents were working, we didn't end up having really a time, because we would have to have gone by the time my mom got back to take the car, because my dad has his work truck that he takes to work, but then my mom uses just our car to go to work. And so we couldn't use that because she was gone until 6 o'clock. And then after 6 o'clock, we were watching the UFC fights, which was like the pay-per-view stuff and everything like that. My dad's like, we're probably not going to be able to have time to go afterwards, so we're gonna have to go super early in the morning tomorrow. But the somewhat good thing is that because my mom did wind up working tonight or today during the day, normally she would be gone like tonight until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, so we normally can't go to the grocery stores until at least after 8 o'clock. I think that the football game's on at like 9, maybe 8 o'clock, something like that, or 9:30 or something. But either way, because she is not going to be working tomorrow, we can use the car as early as we need to tomorrow to go to the grocery store. So we're going to try and go super early in the morning tomorrow, and then wind up coming back to watch that game. And then we don't have time like in between the games, the very small window between the Seahawks game and then when the Bears game's on, so we wouldn't have time to go really then either. So like I said, that is why originally the plan was to have gone today, and then it changed and now we're still going tomorrow like we had planned on. But like I said, that's because people had to work today. So and also too, like different hours and stuff like that. Again, normally my dad doesn't work on Saturday, but he just had to today. And again too, normally my mom doesn't work during the day, but she had to. So, but again guys, that is why I lied. I don't, I was told you guys that we would be, you know, like I said, going to the grocery stores today, but no, we're going tomorrow. The good thing is too, is that I did wind up finishing my grocery list, I think on like Wednesday or maybe Thursday, something like that. So I don't need to finalize anything. I just am going to check to see if they have the Saturday sampler available from Jewel, clip that coupon and add that to my list if I need to. And if not, then I will just, you know, like I just have my list that I already finished, which is good. So I have a couple things to pick up at Aldi too, and I think that's it. So I only just have Jewel and Aldi to go to tomorrow. So anyways, I'll have that for you guys in tomorrow's vlog. But if you guys did enjoy today's vlog, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.